So now the today's topic is basic block. Okay, so the basic block is a set of consecutive statements that are executed sequentially. Once the control enter into that block, then every statement which is present in that block is going to be executed in a sequential manner. Okay, so this basic block, generally we are going to use the concept of the basic block for the code optimization. Let's take example. We have this is a 3 address code is given. T1 is equals to C star D, T2 is equals to T1 slash A, T3 is equals to B plus T2, A is equals to T3. Okay. So by seeing this code, we can easily identify that there is whatever the statements are given, they are going to be executed in a sequential manner. So we can put all these statements into a single basic block. Whereas when we are going to talk about this example, in this example A is equals to 4, B is equals to 6, then we have a if statement. If statement is if A greater than B, then we have a go to L1, printf hello. In L1 we are simply going to print hi. So by seeing this code, we can easily find it out that after executing these two statements, we have a conditional statement. If the condition is true, then only it will going to be executed this one, else it will going to be execute this one. Okay, so it is not possible to put this entire code into a single basic block. Okay, so for this we can going to construct a multiple basic block. So how in a given code, how we are going to find out a number of basic block? Okay, so for that, so the procedure to identify the basic block, for that first important thing is we are going to identify a leader statement. Okay, so by using this leader statement, we can easily convert our whole code into the number of basic block. Okay, so how we are going to find out the leader statement? This is the important one. So the first one is whatever the first statement of your program, that first statement is known as the leader statement of your code. And the second condition is any statement that is the target of conditional or unconditional statement is a leader statement. Okay, so the first one is clear. Whatever the first statement we have, that first statement in the program is known as a leader statement. The second one is any statement that is the target of conditional or unconditional statement. Okay, it's the target of conditional or unconditional statement. And the third one is any statement which is immediately written after your conditional or unconditional statement. Any statement that is immediately follows a conditional or unconditional statement is a leader statement. Okay, so your basic block contain at most one leader statement. Okay, so as soon as you are not receiving another leader, so all those code is going to be put into a single basic block. Okay, so the condition is clear. The very first is the first statement of the program is known as the leader. Second is any statement that is the target of conditional or unconditional statement is a leader statement. The third one is any statement that is immediately follows a conditional or unconditional statement is a leader statement. Okay. So let's take example. So here example of your 3 address code is given. This is the very first example, example 1. This is example 2. So in this I is equals to 0, n is equals to 20, t1 is equals to n minus 1. This code is a very simpler code. So in a given code, we want to find it out a leader statement. So with the help of the very first condition, first statement is known as the leader of your program. This is the leader 1. Then we are going to execute n is equals to 20, t1 is equals to n minus 1. If I greater than t1, go to 12. So this is the target of this conditional statement. So target is your 12. So this is your 12. This is another leader. Okay, fine. The leader of this one. Okay. Then we have T2 is equals to I into I, T3 is equals to this one. here we have go to 3. Okay, so go to 3 means this is your third statement. This is the third statement. So this is again the target of this unconditional statement. So here again leader. Okay, so this is the first, this is from the very first condition. These two we are going to find it out from your second condition. So what your second condition is saying, any statement that is the target of conditional or unconditional statement. So from both the condition we are going to find it out, these three leader. And the third condition is any statement that is immediately follows a conditional or unconditional statement. Okay, so this is the line which is immediately followed by this conditional statement. Okay, so this is the another leader. Okay, just this is a unconditional statement. So this is the line which is written just after this one. But since we already declared this statement is a leader, so there is no need to make another leader. Okay, so in a given code, how many leaders we are going to find it out? This is the leader 1. Let's say this is the leader 2. This is the leader 3. This is the leader 4. Clear? So again we are going to repeat this thing. First statement is a leader statement. Why we are going to make this 3 and 12 as a leader? Because this third statement, it's a target of this unconditional statement. 12, it's a target of this statement. And this is the line which is immediately written after this one. So this is another leader. So in the whole code, how many leaders we are going to identify? 4 leaders. So let's take another example. This is the example 2. In this we have f is equals to 1, I is equals to 2, this one. So the first leader is, this is the leader. It's the first statement, so obviously it's a leader. Then we have conditional statement, go to 8. So it's a target. Where is the 8th line? So this is the 8th line. Here is the leader. Any other conditional statement? Yes, we have this one. So here we go to 3. This is another leader. Okay. And the third, with the help of third condition, we can easily find it out. A line which is written just after your conditional or unconditional statement. So this is the line. This is another leader. So again in this code, we are going to find it out. How many numbers the leader? 4 leader. Okay. So that's a very simple one. Okay. But it's important also the concept of basic block and how we are going to find out the leader statement in a given basic block. Okay. So when we are going to talk about this code, so how many basic block we can identify in this block? The first block is, as soon as when you are not going to receive any other leader, then the whole statement they are going to be put into the leader 1. This is another leader 2. So this is, it's a B1 block. It's a B2 block. Here we have this one. And this is another block. Right? So this is your B3 block. This is your B4 block. Okay. So in the same manner, you can convert this whole thing into the number of basic block. Okay. So for a given code, let's say the question is going to coming up that if any 3 address statement is given, okay, so find it out how many leaders or convert that whole code into the number of basic block. Clear? Now there is a concept of the flow graph also. Flow graph. So the flow graph is nothing. Flow graph, it's a graphical representation of 3 address statement or the 3 address code is known as flow graph. So obviously it's a graph, it's a graphical representation. So we have a node and edges. So all those blocks, they are going to be treated as a block. Okay. and the edge is going to represent the flow of your control from one block to another one. Okay, so let's take example for this code. In this, when we are going to represent this thing with the help of flow graph, how we are going to do? It's a B1 block. Then just after that we have B2 block. Your control is going to be transferred out here. But in the B2 block, you have this if statement. If the condition is going to be true, then so we have B3 and B4. Okay. So if the condition is going to be true, तो आपको कहाँ जाना है? Where you are going to jump? You are this B4 statement. B4. Okay. And from the B4, you can do this particular task. Okay. And if the condition is going to be false, then we are going to execute this thing. So from this B3, again we are going to go at this side. Here this is your B4. So this is a flow graph. Okay. So flow graph is nothing that whatever the code is given, firstly we are going to convert the code into the number of basic block. Okay, these are the basic block, and put that thing. So in this code we are going to find it out that the B4 blocks are there. So B1, B2, B3 and B4. So this is a B1. After that the control is going to transfer at the B2. Then we have a condition is going to be check it out. If the condition is going to true, then we are going to execute a block, this B4, else we are going to execute this B3 block. Okay. So that is the end. So what we covered up, basic block and flow graph. So again, bye bye, stay home and stay safe.